And legal practitioner Ola Daniels joins me now for more on this development. Good to have you join us.
Thank you for having me.
So this is not the first time we're hearing about the issues like this, especially for Nigerians who are living in other African countries, surprisingly, where we think that we have several protocols and treaties signed to ensure that we can live together as a continent, but we see the maltreatment of Nigerians who live in other countries. And that's where I actually want to begin. What responsibility lies on the federal government to ensure that Nigerians in other countries, especially in Africa, are treated with respect and ensuring that they are safe in those countries?
Yeah, well, I will start by saying you dress the way you want to be addressed. And that slogan has to do with us as a nation. Because when the people, the neighbors around us, the nation, particularly African nations around us, when they see the way we treat our own people here, they will not joke with our people elsewhere. But because of the narratives of what they see, what they know, what they hear about the country and its citizen, that they don't really care about their people, and the reason why you will see a Nigerian sojourning in some other African nations, and then it's been treated anyhow. It's been treated as if, oh, he's a commoner, or, I mean, no due process, irrespective of the fact that we have few, probably, that go and they get involved in some atrocities or some criminal whatever that bring bad names to us. But we have majority of people that are doing the right thing. For instance, like Itunu's case. She's sojourning. People can go outside the shores of their country to do business. So there shouldn't be any reason why we can't do that, because we have treaties that have been signed by all these countries together. We are talking about ECOWAS together. We are talking about countries that work together. And so if we claim that we belong to an association, we belong to African Union, we belong to the ECOWAS community, then I think it is appropriate to encourage each other in whatever we do and not to abuse citizens of other countries in your country. If you cannot come together and united as an African Union or an ECOWAS community, then what happens when you go to other continents?
But let me ask you, because again, several times when we hear from TVC has spoken with several times with Nigerians who are either stranded in other countries or are facing some level of discrimination in those countries. And when we talk to them, there is a recurring factor. We spoke to the High Commission here, the consulate here, or the embassy here, and we are not getting the necessary support that we should get, and that's the response we get from them. What is the responsibility of our consulate, our High Commissions, and our embassy in several countries?
Very well, thank you. I think one of the primary assignments for those people, not just to be there, be representing Nigeria in the office, they are supposed to be working with the Nigerian communities in that country, and also the Nigerian community, because you see, because there's an allegation that the Nigerian communities don't even come to them, and the question we have asked them severally, if they don't come to you, it means that you have not stretched your hands to them, you have not allowed them. We've had instances in which somebody will go to the embassy for something and they don't even care, they don't even answer you, and you are from the same country. But so if you see that, because some of them don't even know their duty, they don't know their job, probably because on political grounds they are appointed and they become an High Commission here, ambassador there. They don't even know the basic rudiment of their duty, of their assignment, and that is why you see them go there. They don't know what they are supposed to do. We have a community of Nigerians in a particular country, and to you, look at what they are telling us about Itunu. Before now, they are changing the narratives now. That was not the initial, stories about Itunu, because they hardly know what is happening. In fact, like you said, a number of people were calling and they would tell us that they try to reach out to these people. They never get through to reach them. So these are the challenges. How do you get reports? How do people report cases to you? How do they come to you to tell you that this is what is happening?
The channel of communication.
And when they tell you, what do? Do you just tell them, okay, we are looking into it? That is the slogan, and that is the way they answer people when they go to them. We are looking into it. We are working to see justice being done. But the question is, by the time you ask, what have you done? Nothing.
And let's talk about justice, because Itunu died just few days or thereabout when an appeal was filed for her release. And I hear that, the Abike Dabiri keeps saying, which is the chairman of NIDCOM, she says it over and over again that, look, this is questionable. And she also said that the autopsy that was done is questionable. The Nigerian government just said that diplomacy is the only way to go in this matter. But diplomacy can really take a long time. We know how diplomacy works. But what tools are available to the federal government to ensure that her family gets the necessary justice for her death, and that there isn't, this doesn't become the norm? Nigerians die in other countries and there is no justice.
First, I will say I'll be glad. I'll be one of the people that will be so happy to see justice being carried out here, being seen, not just done, being seen to have been done. I really want to see justice for Itunu. But then, the question is, how? What do we have as a nation? What we don't understand is that we have a big armor. We are big. Forget whatever we do to ourselves or the way some of our leaders, are managing the country. But the truth is, we have the armor. If we look at the economic impact, that there are sanctions. There are sanctions. If you're not doing the right thing, there are sanctions that Nigeria can put up to these countries. But do we have the willpower to do so? Do we have the willpower to carry out such sanctions? Do we even care about our people at home, to talk about our people in diaspora? So those are the questions we should be asking these people. It's not as if we don't have what to do. It's not as if we don't have that power. It's not as if we cannot question these people. You remember in the case of, during our former President Obasanjo, nobody dares, no country dares play with Nigeria. The other time that
it flows from the head.
It flows from the head. Even when a coup of another African nations happened, Mr. President took my former president took the president from Nigeria. When he ran, he took him back there and he told the military vacate, and they installed the democratic government back to the office. That is what Nigeria is known for. Not all this attitude of not this leaflet and watering attitude of us today. And why? How do you say that? Because of the way we see ourselves, the way we treat our people. What is the welfare for an average Nigerian? Then talk about people at diaspora. What do you get to see when we have not fixed the house? So those people would say that, and they will say they don't even care about themselves. Please treat them like trash, and that is why we get what we get. But the day we are ready and we put a good armor on them, sanctions, everybody will sit up and they will know that Nigeria is not a country to play with.
We're waiting and looking forward to that day, but most especially, we're waiting for justice to be served in this case, at least recourse for the parents of Itunnu Babalola. Thank you so much for talking to us, legal practitioner OLAYINKA Ola Daniels. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you for having me.